Hi again, everyone. Okay, so this is going to be a continuation of this morning's TTC vlog. This is going to be like part 2. I'm going to leave it all as vlog 11 though, to keep the numbers consistent. So I guess what I wanted to talk about in this TTC vlog is kind of what's been going on in life. A lot of what, you know, people, when they're trying to conceive, everything that goes on in life is what kind of regulates your TTCing efforts. So when life is complicated, when life is busy, sometimes, you know, things don't fall into place perfectly, and that's just a part of life. I think that happens to everybody. So basically what's been going on in my life this summer is that when we moved, we aren't just living by ourselves. We are actually, it's not just me and my husband, it's me and my husband and his sister and her boyfriend. And so that complicates things in a different way. But it's not like, you know, it's impossible. It's not like you can't have a life with your partner just because you're living with other people. Nowadays, the way that the economy is, the way that things are going on, a lot of people live with other family members to help out either with rent or, you know, paying bills or whatever. So finding myself in that situation again, and it's not something that's out of the ordinary for me. We've been married just over 4 years. In June was our 4-year anniversary, and out of those 4 years, exclusively just me and my husband living together, we've only lived together exclusively probably 12 months. So probably a total of 1 year out of four years, now 4.5 years that we've been living together. 4 years and like 3 months, whatever. We've probably only lived together exclusively for a year out of those 4. So I'm used to living with people, and it doesn't bother me to continue to have a relationship with my husband at the same time as other people live with us. The way that our house is divided, as I drop you guys again, sorry. The way that our house is divided is great. Hold on one second. There we go. Sorry. The way that our house is divided is great. I mean, we've got 2nd and 3rd floor in the house, and we have half of the 2nd and then all of the 3rd. So it's great because there's a bathroom and a bedroom on the 3rd floor, and then there's a bathroom and a bedroom on the 2nd floor. So it was kind of pretty easy to decide one couple goes one way, one couple goes the other. And then it's great. There is a lot of privacy in the house, and the house lends itself to being pretty private. Now, that's all great. But what happened was, when we first moved in, for the first 3 weeks to a month, we were sleeping on air mattresses, and it was absolutely the most horrendous experience. Remember how when we were moving, I don't know if you guys have paid attention to my videos, but when we were moving, since we didn't bring any furniture, that means that we had to leave our mattress behind in Florida. So we had no mattress when we moved here. So we were sleeping on an air mattress for, I think, anywhere from like 3 to 4 weeks. And that was really crappy. I mean, uncomfortable. Sometimes they would get uninflated, and so just not an overall comfortable experience. And then when we did get a new mattress, it's not like the new mattress is anything great. It's just, we got it for free from a friend of my husband's that he used to work with. So we were able to get the mattress for free. So because it was free, you know, you kind of just take what you can get in the moment. And so then once we got our mattress, then all of a sudden it's in the middle of summer and it's hot. So we needed to figure out where we were gonna sleep. On the second floor, it was definitely cooler, and we only had, I think, 2 air conditioners. So one of them belonged to my sister-in-law. That was gonna go in her room. Then the other one was gonna go in the living room, since that's where we spend the most amount of time. The kitchen living room area. So then we're like, okay, it's really hot upstairs on the 3rd floor, and there's only 1 window on the 3rd floor. That's the most aggravating thing about the whole entire house, is that on the whole entire 3rd floor, there's only 1 window. And that 1 window is right up in the stairwell. So right when you come up the stairs, that's where the window is. Now, that's not where our room was gonna be. Our room is all the way on the other side of the 3rd floor. And the 3rd floor is technically attic. So as you can see in the videos that I just did this week, the roof, the 3rd floor, the whole entire ceiling is on an angle, because that's technically the roof as the ceiling. So of course, that part of the house is the hottest in the summer, and I believe in the winter it's going to be the coldest part of the house. But thank God the heating system is throughout the whole house, but what are you going to do about cooling? So the only thing that you can do about cooling is put in air conditioners. Now the house does have central air, but the central air has been broken for a couple of years, I guess, and the owners themselves didn't feel like fixing, or didn't have the funds to fix it, so they just also used window air conditioners. So now there are a lot of fans through the house, so the house does lend itself to be kind of cool, but the fans are just circulating air. It's not like they're actually refreshing you. So it was really hard. We had to get another air conditioner. Once we got that air conditioner, the air conditioner, even though it was a 10,000 BTU, doesn't make it go all the way across the 3rd floor. So we were like, okay, we're gonna have to sleep in the living room part, because the 3rd floor is technically supposed to be the living room, the bathroom, and then our bedroom. And the kitchen, we wanted to, I guess, try and keep it like a kitchen and not make it a living room, because it's kind of silly to have 2 living rooms in the house. So we were not able to actually build the living room upstairs yet, because we were technically using it as our bedroom. So that was another challenge, because that room is completely open with the stairwell down to the kitchen. So it's not like it's the most comfortable, thinking, wow, we're really close to everybody, you know what I'm saying? Like, TTCing, kind of difficult. So finally, this last 2 weeks, we finally started getting some furniture. I finally got some dressers. I got like that bookcase hutch. I repainted them. The only rooms that are left to paint, like I said, is my bathroom and what's going to be the living room now. Now we're going to start taking the air conditioners out of the windows. It's nice and cool at night. And then we're going to start creating the living room, but we need to paint it first. Then eventually we're going to need to buy the kitchen table, which we saw a great one at IKEA. So we're going to be getting our kitchen table from IKEA. Then I think the only other thing after that is, once the kitchen table's done, the last thing that we need to buy is a refrigerator. Now the refrigerator was another funny thing that we got for free, because it was someone that was throwing theirs out, and it has some issues and it wasn't always working perfectly, but we have found a place to go buy semi-used or newly returned refrigerator. So if someone decides to buy a refrigerator but then they don't like it, or it doesn't work in their house or whatever, they return it to the store. Well, the store now has a harder time selling it, so they just sell it to another vendor who then sells them much cheaper. So we have seen a beautiful stainless steel side-by-side for $650. So we just got to get ourselves together and we'll get a new refrigerator as well. And so those are some of the home improvements that are left to do in the house. So I'm going to cut this video here, and I'm going to do another one in a little bit. I guess just a general update. And as you can see, what I mean is that TTCing is not always as lucky as you want it to be. I mean, I do not like to push my husband to have to do it on a certain day, at a certain moment, exactly when I'm ovulating. If I just spent the last 3 months not even knowing when my cycles are coming or when I'm ovulating, it's ridiculous. So it's like I need to live in the moment. So when it's happening, it's happening. If it happens, it happens. Wonderful. If not, right now, it's a complicated time in our lives. So it's not like, you know, if I were to get pregnant right now, like, I don't feel like we're at the point in our lives where we're even able to manage everything and handle everything. And I feel like it might even be better that I'm not getting pregnant right now and that I do have these issues going on, because it's almost like God's telling you, listen, you don't got everything together. You don't have your life together. You don't have your house together. You don't have your health problems together. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like, I see it as, yes, I'm desperate to get pregnant, but at the same time, if I had gotten pregnant this summer, or if I do get pregnant this year, I mean, things are not perfect. Things are not where they're supposed to be. So I might as well just continue to try and improve everything else. And when things happen, things happen. So I'm going to do another update, and I'll be back with you guys in a little while. Thanks for tuning in. Bye.